Hi, and welcome once again to Russian Survival Guide. I'm your host, Maya Krivchenia, here with Tsar Events. Today, I would like to present you with something a little bit different. When you're coming to visit St. Petersburg, I recommend reading up on Russian history and Russian events. Before visiting St. Petersburg, I recommend reading up on the history and culture of the country. There are many different exciting books out there about Russian history, Russian culture, by Russian authors and authors abroad as well. Here are a few of the books that I would recommend to you. One of my favorites is this large one at the bottom. Especially is great if you enjoy biographies. It is about Catherine the Great and is by Robert Massie. The book, although historical, is actually quite interesting to read. Another book by Massie is called Nikolai and Alexandra. This is about the last Tsar and his wife. An interesting read if you're very interested in the time at the turn of the century and the end of the Tsar's reign here in Russia. Pasternak was one of the first people from Russia to earn a Nobel Prize for writing. In his book, Dr. Zhivago, you can learn about the early Soviet era in Russia. A slightly more modern and tragic book, The Madonnas of Leningrad, talks about the women who lived through the siege of Leningrad. It was a terrible time here for the people who lived in St. Petersburg. There are many books of both artistic literature and historical literature. I recommend this one if you'd like something to read on the subject. And now for a more modern book, The Gentleman of Moscow. It's been on the New York Times bestseller list for several years. It's a great way to see how the treatment of a person could be during the early regime of the Soviet Union. Here, the man, or our main character, is under house arrest in the Moscow hotel. If he doesn't escape, he realizes that he'll be shot. So, these are very different books, interesting topics, whether you like history or whether you like literature. They're filled with interesting facts and places in Russia and St. Petersburg. I hope you find them enjoyable.